As you are thinking about graduation and where you're going next, that idea probably feels big and overwhelming. Ascent is designed to help you to be able to grow in your relationship with Christ and to be able to answer some of those next step questions. For you to be able to intentionally spend a season not focused on what you're learning, but on who you are. To be able to spend time growing in your relationship with Jesus Christ, to learn more about the gifts and abilities that He has given you, and to be able to develop a plan for where you're headed in the next year to year and a half, knowing that you are going to live out your faith and give Christ honor and glory in all that you're doing. Ascent focuses on three things: identity, purpose, and direction. Identity is growing in your relationship with Jesus Christ. Every student comes in at a little bit different place in their relationship with Christ, and our desire is to help them to be able to grow in that, to strengthen their relationship, so that as they go forward, wherever they go, that's what they're living out of. That's their core and their foundation. Purpose is really focused on gifts and abilities. What do they already know about themselves? How can they live out who they are? And also, how can they grow in that? Direction focuses on what's that next step. Right? Our desire in Ascent is that we help students to be able to grow so that as they transition from here, they know where they're going and what they're pursuing. And so we want to help them to be able to build a plan for the next year to year and a half of what do they know to be true of themselves, and how are they going to go and live that out.
My name's Coley. I'm from Holland, Michigan, and I found out about Ascent from a couple at my home church. I chose Ascent because I didn't really know what I was doing after high school, and I was looking for somewhere to get out of my comfort zone and meet new people. I don't know, I can just feel a difference from when I first came here to now. I think before I came here, I was super introverted, super quiet, and now I love talking to people, love getting to interact with people and meet new people. Something that I learned that I'll carry with me is that the first thing that someone sees is your smile. So just carrying my head high and just really showing God's light everywhere I go to everyone that I see. One of the things I was hoping for when I came to Grace Adventures was finding a group of peers that I could form a community with and grow relationships with. Looking back on the past 9 months and seeing how we were before at the beginning, not knowing each other, to now having such a close-knit community and friendship is truly amazing and something that I will never forget. The change from when we first started to now, we're all so close and we have such a huge bond with one another and as a group. I never had close friends like that before. So I didn't have very many friends in high school either. Mm-hmm. So just being able to come here and just being able to have a fresh start with people and just getting to meet new people from all over.
A few things that made the Ascent internship special to me was just the community that was formed. So definitely the community that was formed with full-time staff, with my support staff, with all of the other interns. So definitely, it was definitely just because it was a safe place to grow. I felt very safe to grow because of the support that I had. So I feel like the support was just phenomenal here. Ascent is just a wonderful place to grow at because I like I've said before, it's a safe place to grow at, but it's also a safe place to form new community. It's a safe place to shape yourself, shape your character. In so many ways, my character was shaped through Ascent, so it's definitely character shaping. It's you're gaining new skill sets throughout the entirety of the time that you're here. It's definitely We have so many opportunities. We're given opportunities to serve the people that come in. We get to interact with people that come in, and impact groups that come in and stay on our campus. And we get to really have a great behind the scenes look of what it looks like compared to being a camper, being a guest group. We get a really good behind the scenes of how it works. During the Ascent experience, I grew so much in my group facilitation, in my leadership skills, through not only from the tangible tasks that we were doing throughout the weeks and throughout the days, but also through the book studies that we were given, through the Bible studies we were given, and through the group discussions that we had, was just constantly shaping the leadership skills and such.
I think I saw myself grow in a lot of confidence. I was incredibly shy and a very anxious person. I still am a little bit now, but I'm less of an anxious person than I was before. And through Ascent, I grew into that and realized that things are going to be okay, and that even if I don't have a set in stone plan, that I have still made lots of growth that I can apply to my life now and even in just the future. And so I think seeing that growth and experience really helps with all of that. The most impactful part, I'd probably say, was the staff being here. Grace Ventures has really, really good staff that are always there to help and support you throughout the things. And even when you're having a hard time or so, they're always just pushing you as hard as you can, but also loving you as well. And so through that, it just shows the impact that it had on myself, but it had on many of the other Ascent students as well.
When Abby decided that this was something that she wanted to do, we kind of jumped all in, and the year was absolutely wonderful. There was safety in knowing that she was well cared for and that she was being poured into on a daily basis, and that there was real intentionality in how she was learning and what she was learning. It wasn't just a bunch of books, but it was about her. It was about her strengths and her weaknesses and what it was that she was going to pursue in the coming years. Then when I started working here, I got to see some of the inner workings of what we were doing. And sometimes when you uncover programs, maybe you're not so happy, but I was nothing but impressed. And when Abby graduated from this experience, I was totally blown away by her growth, by her focus, and just the difference that it had made in her, not only as a young lady, but as a Christian. If half of what had happened was my expectation, it was doubly blown away, and I couldn't have been more pleased with the experience.
I think what I would tell people in Ascent is that it is hard. And while that may not seem right, because why would you want to do something that's hard? It's a good type of hard. It's the type of hard that's going to help you push yourself into who you are as a person. And so I think this is really for the people that don't know what you want to do in life. If you're like me and you are thinking about going to college, or you want to do something and not just sit alone in your house all day or just work 24/7, this is the perfect thing for you to do. And yes, it does cost a little bit of money, and yes, you'll be away from your family, but you will still have such a great community here with one another, and that you will just learn so much about yourself, so much about God, and just all the people around you, and you'll have a great time overall.
There is a cost to the food that they eat and the housing that they have. But there is also a cost that is completely worth it when you're talking about what it is that they're learning. And when it comes to your kids, I'm not sure that you can put a price tag on learning what it is that you want to do with your life. Having people pour into you that this is their main job, this is what they do, I feel incredibly blessed. The cost is for sure not as much as a full year at college. And that was definitely something that we didn't want to do, was to go to college for a year not really knowing what we wanted to do and what she wanted to do. And so it was a better investment of our time, our money, our resources to have her actually figure it out and have a chance to do that in a soft landing type environment so that she could be really successful. And I think that she has completely proven that. as she has gone on to college since then, and not everybody does. But she is more focused, she is more confident, she knows more about herself and knows more about her relationship with Jesus, which is worth it, 100%.
So near the end of the Ascent experience, we do a capstone trip. And really what that is a chance for the Ascent students as a class to go away together, to be able to celebrate the time that they've had together, the relationships, to have fun together, and to be able to reflect on next steps. One of the things that I believe makes Ascent different from other gap year programs is that we pair growth and learning with tangible experiences. Really focused on trying to help meet students where they're at. Getting close to the end of high school, you have so many options and choices of next steps, and sometimes that feels overwhelming. To be able to know, what am I supposed to do, where am I supposed to go? And our desire would be to give you a place and space to be able to learn more about yourself, to be able to intentionally step away from maybe some of that busyness of the academic focused learning, to be able to help you learn about yourself and grow in who you are and how you relate to Christ, so that you can then go and do that, to go and learn academically, to go and learn a skill or a trade, and live that out confidently, knowing who you are in whatever that next environment is.